Hello, my name is Lacey Nyberger. Today I'm here with Susan Cook, the Logistics Manager for Klein Corporation in Chillicothe, Missouri. How are you doing today, Susan?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you for asking. Aren't you glad to be here talking with me on your day off from work and your day out of the office?
Oh, it's fine. I don't mind.
Okay, well, today I'm here to ask you just a few questions in just a short 10 to 15 minute interview, and I'm just going to ask you some things about how you obtained your bachelor's in accounting and also how you apply it in different ways in your job today. So to start out, I'm just going to ask you a few questions about a little bit about your background and of attaining your bachelor's. So I noticed when I looked at your transcripts that you attended both North Central Missouri College in Trenton and Missouri Western State University in St. Joe. So when did you start your schooling at NCMC, and then how long did you attend school there?
I started classes at North Central Missouri College in the fall of 2007. I took classes there for about 3 semesters. I transferred just before obtaining my associate's degree.
Okay, and then did you transfer straight from North Central Missouri College on over to Missouri Western?
Yes, I transferred with about 60 credits to Missouri Western State University in St. Joseph, Missouri, and that is where I received my bachelor's degree.
And how long total did it take for you to obtain your bachelor's degree? Did it take you the full 4 years that it would normally take, since you had some classes already done?
It took me about 3.5 years to receive my bachelor's. Because I had taken dual credit classes through my high school, I was able to transfer those credits to North Central and was able to earn my degree in less than the 4 years that is generally expected.
Okay, in speech class right now, we are learning about interviewing and the importance of good communication. So do you think these aspects are important for me who is seeking a degree in accounting?
Yes, absolutely. These are 2 very important concepts to excel in, not only for accounting, but really for any career. Communication is a necessary skill that is vital for so many aspects of life. And as for interviewing, that is also a very important skill that is necessary to obtain a job in the accounting field or basically any type of career, really.
Okay, so when we talk about applying and getting a job after you receive a bachelor's in accounting, would you say it was difficult to obtain a job position where accounting would be used frequently on the job?
At the time I was applying for jobs, I would say it was very challenging to find positions that would be accounting based. But as employment is down, there really weren't a wide variety of choices in any field of work in this community.
Well, after I had spoke with some previous prospective employers that you had interviewed with, they had mentioned to me that you may have been overqualified for the job, is why you didn't receive the job. So is this something that seemed to be a setback at more than one position that you had applied for?
I think this was one major setback in most of the jobs I applied for. Like I mentioned previously, a job in general is hard to come by in the economy right now. But with a bachelor's degree, many employers were skeptical to hire me as they were afraid I would leave if a higher position were offered to me at another job. While the previous prospective employers that I interviewed with never directly said that this was the reason they were skeptical to hire me, it was insinuated by other questions and comments that we discussed after the interviews.
Okay, well, how long have you been working for Klein Corporation as their logistics manager now?
Well, I'm actually pretty new to this job, and I've only been working for Klein Corporation for a little over 7 months now. Although I am newer to this job, this is the first job I have gotten since earning my bachelor's degree where I am able to use my accounting knowledge.
So, can you tell me what exactly does your job entail as a logistics manager?
The main part of my job is to find ways to transport vehicles back from auctions all over the country that we purchase. I use a website that I can post what vehicles we have and what locations they're at, and transporters see that on the website and call me, and once they call me, we discuss a price that we're willing to go by, and then they transport the vehicles back to me. I also do a lot of van rentals, just a lot of churches and to the public, anyone needing a 15-passenger van. I rent those out. I'm the one that sets up the contracts for those and receives the payments for those as well.
Okay, and Klein Corporation works in hand with Woody's in Chillicothe. Is this correct?
That's correct.
And although your job is not an actual accounting job, I know you said you do use your accounting knowledge in different areas of your job today. So could you tell me a little bit about how your accounting knowledge is applied in your job?
Absolutely. The areas that I use my accounting for in my job include approving invoices received from the vehicle transporters and entering those into the computer accounting system. I also handle all bills and enter those into the system as well after the accountant approves them. A few other things I do that are accounting based include paying bills, accepting payments, and making contracts for the van rentals. So hopefully that helps you understand a little bit about what I do as a logistics manager.
So if you were to give advice to people like me who are seeking a degree in accounting, would you encourage someone to seek a bachelor's degree in accounting if they're looking for a very successful career?
I think accounting is a great and potentially very successful career, and I believe that a bachelor's degree in accounting provides you with the skills and knowledge to be able to work in many different fields and obtain a good job and successful career. Although you may have to seek a position in a larger town with a more populated area rather than a small rural town like Chillicothe, as there aren't as many job opportunities here.
So then, do you think the size of the town really has an impact on how difficult it may be to obtain a job in this field?
Yes, I definitely think that it will be harder to find a good accounting job if you are seeking a job in a small rural town. It is obvious that there will generally be more job opportunities in larger cities, especially in the accounting field. But the location you're looking for a job will always have an impact on the number of jobs available and the difficulty of finding a good job. When I was applying for jobs there in this community, there were always around 40 other candidates applying for the same jobs as well.
And were most of these jobs you were applying for accounting-based jobs?
Yes, they were.
Okay. Would you recommend to me or anyone else seeking a degree in this field to then maybe obtain higher than a bachelor's degree since you experience problems when looking for jobs?
From my experience at looking for a job, I would recommend that you or anyone else seeking an accounting degree to either just receive an associate's degree so that you're not overqualified, or get a higher degree than a bachelor's unless you are going to look for a job in a large city. But that is just an opinion based on my previous experience of looking for jobs in Chillicothe or other generally small towns.
Okay. Well, after discussing all the requirements with you and some of the pros and cons of getting your bachelor's in accounting, is there anything else we should know about yourself or maybe your job at Klein Corporation or even this profession?
I would just recommend to you or anyone else seeking a degree in accounting to stay focused, study hard, and be very persistent in your schooling, because some of the classes can be very challenging and require a lot of patience and time.
Well, thank you for taking your time to share with me. I've enjoyed talking with you and learning about how you obtained your degree and a little bit about your career as a logistics manager for Klein Corporation.
Well, thanks for having me. It was my pleasure.